Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a little reflection about gathering data from assessment. So I understand that sometimes the assessment can change depending of the subject, the the likes of the teachers, the learning styles of the group. So however, the assessment have all the time the same goal, that is monitoring the students and evaluating the instruction effectiveness. So for monitoring the students, you can identify learning gaps, you can personalize learning, you can identify areas of needs, and also you can give additional support or interventions. For evaluating instructions effectiveness, you can improve instructions and you can change the strategy that in what you have been teaching. So the assessments are very important to measure the progress of the students and also to measure the progress of the subject, because you have to know how if the students are learning the standards that they have to learn. Normally, we use different assessment depending of the subject, if it is online, if it is face-to-face. For example, I really like to use some assessments as Kahoot, as Quizlet, as Jamboard. For example, for collaborative experience, I like to use Google Doc and Jamboard. For vocabulary, I normally like to use Kahoot or Quizlet to measure the standards in general of the class. I like to use some quizzes like the quizzes in Canvas or CICA 12 or many of these. Well, there are some tools that can be work better for you depending of the situation. Okay, sometimes you want just to gather information for the class and to make a little review before to start another class, or just to see if the students are understanding. And sometimes you want to gather information to measure the progress of the students over the time in certain periods of time. For example, in Kahoot, for the moment, just to realize if the students are understanding, you can play Kahoot on live. But if you want to gather information about what is the score of each student, maybe you have to assign it to do on their own pace for the students. Well, something that I have learning about these reflections is that, for example, to measure the collaborative skills is a little difficult because we sometimes just do it through the observation. However, you can implement some rubrics that helps you to measure it, and something that is very important to measure the collaborative skills between students is to let the students make a peer review or a peer feedback where they can evaluate the collaborative skills of the other peers, depending of how much they help in general to the team. And well, I can see that the assessments change depending of the subject. For example, it is very different as an algebra teacher can use the assessment as an ELA a teacher can apply the assessment. However, all of these have the same goal. Thank you so much.